Today, I've shredded my work attire to suit up with the Guyana Amazon Warriors to get an in-depth analysis of how hard these guys work to execute what they do. Many times you see the Superman effort in the field, we see the big sixes, we see the toe-crushing Yorkers, but how hard do they work? I just hope I can keep up with today's activities.
We always start with a dynamic stretch, which is more of a flowy kind of workout. Just get your body nice and ready. I think before you do anything, you need to let your body know, well, look, we're about to do something explosive. So we always do a nice dynamic stretch to just get the guys nice and ready. Some agility work, just to get your feet moving, get your heart pumping. And then we will go into stuff like football or handball, something that's a bit fun, that the guys can enjoy, where we can get an extra 10 minutes out of them, so you can get yourself nice and ready and warmed up before you're going to do any kind of physical work. Obviously, it minimizes injury. You want to be able to maximize what you can get from your body, and obviously when you do stuff like that, like get yourself nice and warm, you'll be able to take that extra catch, run the extra yard, be able to focus a bit longer when you're getting ready to go on back, scoring 100. That's the difference between scoring 100 and scoring 99. Getting yourself nice and fit mentally. So I would always say, getting yourself warmed up, getting yourself fit is very important.
Be consistent, right? At least 80 to 90% execution. Right, guys, as you see the next thing, enjoy the session, have fun, but work hard. Remember the aim and the objective, fellas. Myself and the head coach, we have lots of discussion in terms of how we want to go about doing the sessions. We're trying our best to get as much as match-wise as possible. So there's going to be loads of match scenarios going on from now to the end of the camp, which is next week. So as you see today, we have the guys bowling and batting. We have them actually setting field and stuff like that. We could actually go out there and try to execute, because I have one-to-one with the players, and I say to them stuff what I want them to go out and do during the practice. If you're doing 6 balls, say, look, you're looking to get at least 5 runs. You're giving me something on the board than having 4 dot ball, and then you're creating pressure on yourself and the team. Because when you're batting, coming down in the back end, right? Have discussions, think about it, talk through it a lot, talk about it. Oy.
It's all well and good to have plans, but as you've seen in the past, a lot comes down to how they execute those plans. These sessions are geared towards fine-tuning the best ways to execute the overall vision of the management to win that first title.
The execution process is very key for us in terms of the bowlers in depth, coming in the depth and bowling, especially for the sixes as well coming up. So we have been working a lot with them, mentioning to them about executing to 80-90% since we started at the camp. It is a very high level, but we expect them to get there because we know they've been playing cricket, runs unbeaten back in this setup now with loads of experience playing CPL for Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. So we ask a lot for them because we know they're capable of doing it.
So once everybody could play the role and put together into bits and pieces, and everybody play the role they have to play, I think at the end of the day we must come out victorious.
When we do skill development, we always say your strength is already your strength, so we work on your weakness, right? So in cases like this, with Beaton and St. Clair in the crease, batting down in the depth, their goal or aim is to look to see if they get at least 1 or 2 every delivery. to keep rotating the strike and not put themselves and the team under pressure. So I have the bowlers now working on depth bowling, the Yorkers, the slow ball, right? Because if you look at the game situation, coming down in the back end, lots of bowlers use lots of variations. It's not just running in quick and coming at you, your slow ball, your wide ball, Yorker. So it's up to them now to see how they could at least get, if it's 5-6 runs every 6 ball, or at least 8 runs, and you add boundaries here and there.
Look, is it sometimes about, especially when you come down, either whether it's going to be dead bowling or it's going to be you're looking for a lot of runs at the back end, is it about thinking ahead in terms of what your bowler is going to bowl, or would you advise guys just play the ball at its merit? Because a lot of times we get a bit overthinking that this guy is going to bowl wide Yorkers and move away and this kind of stuff. What would you advise in these situations?
Well, what I say to them basically is not to put yourself under pressure. And we know when you look at T20 cricket, teams that soak up lots of dot ball always create a lot of pressure for themselves. Something that's been happening for us as well over the years. So one of my main aims is to get these guys, especially the lower orders, not to take up too much dot ball. See, as I say, see how they could get some runs. Keep it very simple with them, because you want to give them a big task and say, well, look, you're giving them too much to do. We already have the top order who have a role. So they just, if everyone just play their role and do what they have to do, and we get a whole combined performance, that's where you get your big scores. So it's not asking them to go and get 100, 200 runs, whatever the case may be. 10 runs from 12 ball, make a lot of 20 runs from a little 25 ball, they're capable enough to do it. So that's the simple things, the simple tasks we put to them. So try not to put them under too much pressure, because at the end of the day, they still have to bowl, they still have to bat, they still have to field. Right? Shot. Yeah, the mental part is very, very big. It's a key point for me. I mean, I know we haven't won a title as yet, and a lot of people would have mentioned, we just don't have that mental capacity to go the distance. So, I mean, we're going to pay very key attention to that aspect. As we already started doing work in terms with the group on stuff mentally, what we do at the hotel, where we do at the ground, giving players certain roles and stuff, how they guide the young players coming up into the setup. So it's a key fact for us, and like I mentioned, we already started doing work on that aspect.
I think the older folks or the senior ones they're very helpful, because they share lending and meaning. They pass on information if you want to learn stuff. They're very approachable. I haven't said that. I think it was very enjoyable thus far, because as presently we get in a session here, and it's just good to be around these guys.
It's always nice representing the Amazon Warriors. Really looking forward to be amongst the guys and for us to live in the cup this year. I've come in with some experiences here. Just looking to take one game at a time and have a good start for myself and also for the team.
As the sessions grew to a close, I began to have a greater appreciation for the life of a professional sport athlete. Certainly no easy order, but it's not over yet, because there's still lots more work by the physio to keep these guys on the park.
So it's a lot of stretching and stuff when they're done, a lot of massaging, ice bath, stretching into the pool, just getting yourself nice and rested, drinking a lot of water, keeping yourself hydrated. Those little things that we or some people would take for granted, those are the little things that we would try to do to keep the guys nice and fit and well recovered, so that they can go again the next day or the next evening or whatever the case is.
Certainly an exhausting day, But that's a wrap of a training session here with the Guyana Amazon Warriors at the National Stadium. As over time, more players are expected to join these training camps as they prepare for the 60. That's going to be the first competition, that 10-over competition in St. Kitts, which starts on August 24, and then the actual CPL is going to start on August 31st there in St. Kitts at Warner Park. But these sessions are crucial to the overall success of the Amazon Warriors, and I can tell you firsthand, they're no way easy because today was grueling to say the least.